Hello, and thank you for joining me in today's episode. What is envy? Does envy affect us? If it does, how? Envy is today's topic. My name is Khaled Quader, and this is Point of View. Envy is something that consumes many people and affects their lives. The level of belief in envy depends on culture and inherited beliefs. The phenomenon of envy may or may not be culturally universal, but it clearly is widespread, age-old, and feared. Though the belief in envy is more widespread in certain cultures, many believe envy to be a pan-human phenomenon, abundantly present in every society and present in every human being in varying levels. People attempt to cope with their fear of the consequences of envy through symbolic and non-symbolic behavior. These forms, like the blue eye or the horseshoe ornament, and the knock on wood and the many other rituals and objects, are meant to neutralize or reduce the effects people see stemming from envy, and especially their fear of envy. Harvard Business Review defines envy as often born out of deep feelings of inadequacy. We resent the people we feel inferior to for what they have, what we want, or what we feel we deserve. Psychology professor W.G. Parrott defines it as a discrete emotional feeling of wishing for the disappearance of a power, achievement, possession, or advantage from another person and having it for oneself. Or it's the desire to completely eliminate it from others. And according to Bertrand Russell, envy is one of the strongest causes of an unhappiness. And its misery is not limited to the envious person because of his envy. The envious may even reach a desire to inflict calamities on others. Prophet Muhammad said, "Beware of malicious envy, for verily it destroys good deeds, the way fire destroys wood." He also said, "Faith and malicious envy are never joined in the heart of the believer." Envy and jealousy are considered one of the 5 poisons in Buddhism, together with anger, desire, pride, and ignorance. They are considered poisonous because they create pain and suffering both for ourselves and others. Envy is a state of mind in which one is highly agitated to obtain wealth and honor for oneself, but is unable to bear it in others. And in Christianity, envy is one of the 7 deadly sins. The Bible says, "For where envy and self-seeking exist, confusion and every evil thing are there." There are 2 types of envy. An envious person may envy another by wishing to reach the other person's level, be it financial or social, etc., by wishing to acquire the things the other person has and which the envious person lacks. This type is considered a benign form, and if the envious person deals with it in a correct way, it can provide him motivation to improve his life. It's the other type that is malicious, where one wishes the things the other person has simply go away and disappear. And it's this type which I will mainly focus on. Typical human nature is to question whether they are good enough. Self-reflection always begins by comparing themselves with others, what they perceive others to be or to have. Therefore, it's important to understand that people who envy see their value in the things they have or the things they lack. According to Professor Parrott, envy is characterized by feelings of inferiority, longing, resentment, and disapproval of the emotion. So, a person that envies sees what he owns or what he has as being less than what others have, and therefore sees others as being better than him. This person starts to look at what others have with the hope these things disappear from other people's lives, so I can feel better about myself. However, it is also important to realize that those who are afraid of envy fail to recognize a very important point. It's the envious person who has the negative poverty energy and the want and yearn feelings. Therefore, it's the envious person who ends up with the greatest harm and not the envied. The law of attraction states that our feelings attract more of the same feelings, or the energy that we transmit to the universe brings us feelings and things of that same energy we transmit. Therefore, and this is important, the one who fears envy and thinks he is envied is veering away from the wealth and abundance energy, and in effect is attracting fear energy, which only brings negative feelings, more worry, and more negative circumstances this person will subsequently attribute to envy. So it's fear and the law of attraction working hand in hand to cause bad events to occur to those who fear envy. And that's an important thing to realize. To live with gratitude for what we have attracts more wealth and abundance energy, which brings more of what we desire. When we are content with what we have and with what's available to us, we will attract everything that's not available to us or not at our disposal. This is another law of the universe. If we are afraid of envy, we have doubt in God's protection, as mentioned in the Quran. If you are thankful, I will provide you more. We must also ask ourselves, do we believe and trust God or our fears and worries? Thanking God for His blessings and for what we have, no matter how little, will increase our entitlements and bring more of what we desire. The Bible says, "Let the peoples praise you and give thanks to you, O God. Let all the peoples praise and give thanks to you. The earth has yielded its harvest." As we give thanks to God, He will in turn give us more. It's that simple. If we believe in the effects of envy, we activate the law of attraction. And we, in essence, believe that the impact of envy is more powerful than God's will. Therefore, we will experience the negative consequences of envy. Understanding energy and its effects on us is very important. So, to make our energy positive and to repel those negative circumstances we habitually attribute to envy, we have to stop labeling others and classifying people. By doing so, we are acting as gods, and we will only attract the same negative energy associated with labeling and classifying others. Be thankful for what we have, to be optimistic, and to know that life is a game and a test, and every event and circumstance is a challenge meant to teach us so that we raise our awareness to advance in life. And we must stop comparing ourselves with others, and we must re-evaluate our perceptions of wealth and happiness. Wealth is more than just money. We should also realize that whatever situations we find ourselves in is a direct result of our thoughts, beliefs, and actions we have taken. So if we want to change our realities, we have to start by changing ourselves. And meditation exercises help us shape our destiny as we wish, because God gave us this ability, and praying is a form of meditation. Envy is a negative human behavior, just like anger and resentment. And its negative effects touch both those who let envy control their emotions and those who believe envy affects them. Those who envy have a skewed perception of happiness and how to achieve it. And those who fear envy are in effect attracting its negative results into their lives. This concludes today's episode. Please send me your comments and questions on this topic in the section below. Thank you for watching. This was Point of View. Till next week, stay well.